Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Iana Siraj, the place of that priestess. You ain't never ever met nobody like me, never will. All right, so today we're here with a collective message for the Sirius gateway leading into the Lionsgate portal. You guys will see another reading for the Lionsgate portal when that time comes up in a few weeks. However, we're going to just pop in and see what the energy is as this portal opens by way of the Sirius Gateway. Short little tidbit about the Sirius Gateway. So we have the twin planets that belong to the Sirius star system, Sirius A and B. And we have a significant relationship with them because they're sun, when it comes closest to the earth, it is said to be 25 times brighter than the earth's sun. Okay, so this is meaning that you're going to have amplified energies surrounding your personal development and growth as a being here, as well as amplified connection to ancestry, particularly galactic ancestry, as well as indigenous species, indigenous cultures. So the original humans or the original beings on earth. Okay, so if you have a connection to that energy in this lifetime, then the Sirius gateway and the Lionsgate portal are significant for you. Also, if you do associate with being a Syrian starseed, if you associate with the Olmecs, if you associate with the Dogon tribes, if you are familiar or associate yourself with Anunnaki energy, the halls of Amenti, if you are an avid participate in belief systems aligned with Kemet or ancient Egypt, then this energy is very much connected to you. Okay, so if you come to this message and you want to know more specifically about Sirius Gateway and the Lionsgate portals, what they are, what they mean, what energy you can expect, check out my video from last year. I think it was last year. It might have been 2020. But I did a very in-depth reading regarding the Sirius Gateway portals, and there's a lot of information there for you guys. So please do feel free to check that out. I am going to link it in the description box so that you guys can have access to it. Today, what we're going to do is just get a collective energy down to see what the Sirius Gateway is leading us to come the Lionsgate portal. So the Sirius Gateway opens. Some say that the open is July 7th, which we can say that. So 7-7 Gateway, that means that there's definitely an emphasis on higher wisdom, or the rewards that you are gifted because you have brought peace and harmony to areas of your life, to parts of your being, to your reality. So that's a beautiful energy to start with in general. That 7-7 energy of spiritual growth and enlightenment. Okay, so let's see what the Sirius Gateway will be bringing to us, or be opening up to us. Well, it's going to be preparing us for come the Lionsgate portal. Okay. So there's a lot of obviously there's a lots of endings here. I do feel like this is a beautiful energy because it definitely is showing that you have grown so much. So that harmony, and then of course the reward after. So harmony is the number 6. That balance of bringing things together to cooperate together. Okay, give and take, and then you have the number 7. Now, if you're life path 7, this energy could be beneficial for you to acknowledge your life mission. You could get opportunities during this time to actually employ your life mission or to walk in it fully. This could mean that educational opportunities, progressive opportunities like promotions and things of that such could be prevalent at this time for you. On a spiritual level, obviously your spiritual connection to self, to source, to I'm hearing Christ, so I'm gonna say it. So there's a lot of energy here around those parts of your being, or those aspects, those projections of self. Okay, so I would definitely reflect on your relationship to the Christ concept. Um, um, if that's something that you feel, I do feel someone is graduating out of that. So it may be something that you've already kind of like mastered or unlocked the answers or the keys from the sixth. I'm going to say the sixth ray. Guys, as I'm saying this, just know that I'm channeling, because some of the stuff I won't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm just going to tell y'all what I'm hearing. So someone may need to research the sixth ray of consciousness, of light, so that you can understand what that is and how you're progressing out of the sixth ray into the seventh ray, perhaps. I'm also feeling too, for a lot of you, there was an emphasis on the sixth chakra, or the third eye chakra. That emphasis is now moving up to your crown chakra as you integrate a lot of those third eye experiences, the visions. You may have, over the last year or so, received tons of downloads, imprints on your spirit, dreams, just interactions that have been, sticking with you. A lot of that energy is information for you in your next chapter, in your next cycle. So as the Lionsgate portal opens up, a lot of those things, as we move through the Sirius gateway to the Lionsgate portal, a lot of those things will be coming back up for you, so that you can see them as whatever they are, as closed, as upgraded, as downgraded, as omitted. Okay, so this is very good energy for us all. Okay, so 7-7 energy, that's beautiful. What do we have here, Spirit? What do you have? Okay. We have the Two of Keys, or the Two of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Roses, the Queen of Cups. We have the Three of Roses, Three of Cups. And we have Archangel Gabriel. Okay, yeah. And then down here at the bottom, we have Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. So, damn. So there's definitely, I'm hearing counsel. So there is definitely counsel energy here. Okay, so for some of you, you definitely have been confused, because a lot of your interactions on this earthly plane have led to loss or destruction in some way. However, you're coming more in tune with the riches of the universe. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what that means for you, but it does feel as if you are connecting. You're feeling more one with your reality. Okay, you're not separate from your reality. I am picking up that there's this reunification, or this unification of elements. Okay, so whether that's between your earthly plane and your spiritual plane, whether that's your earth, water, fire, air, whether that's your mind, body, spirit, whether that's your chakra system, there's a unification of energy taking place. And I do feel like too, there is where a lot of divisions have taken place, there are unifications coming back. So now I'm picking up too a lot of unifications that came that were false, or that had false motive or false pretense, are now being disintegrated, or now being, broken apart. Okay, so that the entities that were reliant upon them, or were abused by them, or were oppressed by them, can now stand on their own. Okay, so beautiful energy of initiation across the board here. Anytime I see the initiation card, I know for a fact that there is a call to chosen ones, or those who have the ears to hear from the divine. Okay, so there's a call. Archangel Gabriel is here. I want to go to the book here and see what Archangel Gabriel, what the message is from Archangel Gabriel here. I do get the energy that this is kind of like Empress energy. It is the number 3, so it does feel like there's a lot of there's a lot of feminine energy. Okay, not just woman energy, but this is definitely one of certain things being brought back to to balance. Okay, so right now there is this emphasis. Archangel Gabriel brings us emphasis to projects involving communication, publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Okay, so Gabriel supports you in any of those things if you are connected to that. Archangel Gabriel is connected to Mercury. So there's that message here. I do feel like this is some peaceful expression. So there's no, with the Queen of Roses, it does feel peaceful. We also have the loving elementals being represented in the Three of Roses. So I do feel that there's this loving, gentle energy that's coming or that's nurturing us through this portal. Okay. I also feel too that if you've had any energy on the individual level with speaking up for the things that you need, struggling alone, that type of energy, it did exemplify for some of you. It helped you work through whether your refusal to ask for help was egoic or whether it was actually part of your journey, part of the building of your trust in the divine, in your divine plan. Okay. I also want to go check out what the initiation in the Count Saint Germain. This feels really good. Honestly, it feels like not just on an individual level, but on a collective level, we are definitely coming into position to play out whatever roles that we have. The lookout, okay, is in reverse right here. So for us, there's some type of catastrophic event that has been avoided. Okay, yeah, the Buddha prepares because of the level of enlightenment that the collective has been able to reach. Okay, because of the advancement when it comes to our emotional and spiritual selves. We've avoided this tower, and this Ark of the Covenant is here. So we've avoided some type of karmic retribution as a species, as a collective. All right. So this was because of the misuse. We have balanced the energy of the misuse of wisdom. Okay. The misuse of people's spiritual records, the Akashic Library. Okay. So a lot of this energy, the light workers, the healers, the mediums, the readers, okay, have been blowing this trumpet. They've been sounding the alarm and activating people every single day. You know, there's tons of readers out here doing amazing work on their channels just by the information that they're bringing to light. Okay, so for me, this definitely feels like as a collective, we've definitely averted something, or there was definitely something that was meant to knock off the progress that we were able to make. But with the Buddha prepares, it means that we've already been prepared for this. Okay, we had already been prepared for this. A lot of this information we've already been seeding in our children, and I also feel like too, as a prediction, okay, or a prophecy, I'm picking up that there is definitely going to be an emphasis on children, the golden children. Okay, so I said a few months back, maybe it was 7 months back, okay, where I said that there was going to be another wave of children, rainbow, star, indigo, crystal children, right? So right now, I feel like I said that there was a new wave already born and they had yet to be named. I believe that they're going to be named golden children, or they're going to be named, we have golden children, and then we have, what was the other one? I just said it in the reading, so just go back because I just literally said it. So we have golden children and star children, okay, star children. So I feel that there will be an emphasis there, and that will be a branded name or branded title, just like I said, the indigos, the rainbows, the crystals, okay? So we have that here. The Buddha prepares, meaning that the children, the wisdom, a lot of the wisdom that was meaning to get lost. Okay, so whatever the agenda, whoever held the agenda, the purpose for a lot of confusion and upheaval was so that the information wouldn't be able to transfer from one generation to another. Okay, so you have the giving generation or wave of light beings, and they've already passed the baton. So that was what was supposed to stop. Was the passing of the baton was what was being attacked. Okay, so that's beautiful because we are teaching the children, we are raising up, and a lot of us are the generation, okay, that got raised up. So but what this means is if we were raised up to be sages, then we are meant to raise up, you know, Christ beings or Buddhas or you know, ascended masters, you know. So that's who we're bringing up. Okay, so let's see, we have major transformation, power, insight, and achievements. Okay, so a lot of, again, we said there are some lower vibrational relationships because this is the two of keys or the two of elements, and it says the treasure. So things that you once valued but that were low value. Okay, so you valued them, people, places, things, behaviors, partnerships, but they are of low value to you. Okay, so that's energy of just recognizing that something can be important to you but also be invaluable to you. Okay, it's kind of like, you know, shoes. You know, we know so that's important to some people. You know, I like my shoe collection, but we also have to acknowledge that the shoes are not valuable. Okay, so it's not a valuable asset, but it is something that's important to you. Okay, so the same goes with family, friends, careers, jobs. You know, things. So it's low value. So you're being, you know, guided to kind of like release it. What does this say? It says you've worked with the Ascended Masters for centuries upon centuries. You have shared purposes and activities with the Masters, even if you're not certain of what they are yet. So a lot of you are accepting assignments. Okay, you're accepting assignments after after you're rising out of this, because as you release a lot of these connections that we're talking about here, the treasure here that you once treasured. As you release this, you're going to ascend. You know, it's like weights on your ankles. You know, you're going to be kicking off some of the weights and you're going to be lifting, rise higher and higher. And before you know, you're going to realize that you can levitate. Okay. Look, see, you go from here, kind of way down by materials, material connections, the earth realm, 3D mentality, and then you levitate with the help of the divine feminine. Okay, the divine feminine energy, we talked about it, you know. So this is particularly the rise of information or the rise of energy in general. Okay, so let's see what we have here. What else do we have? It says the disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and to all of humankind. This is a time for enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. So yeah, don't block this movement, because this is a time for higher utilization of your mind and your energy force. Okay, so that's something. I have some readings that I'm going to share with you guys towards the end for those who are interested, and some of the pages, I have a few books and I just turned to random pages, and some of the information was talking about just that. Okay, so I'm loving that the energy is aligning here. So let's get into this and dig into this message more here and see what the peeps want to share. So what do we have here for the collective regarding this Sirius gateway and the time that we are in, moving towards it? Okay, sexuality is here. So for some of you, you are definitely, well, you've come through an energy of activating this sexual energy. But for some of you, I do feel like because it is clarifying the Two of Keys, that it's giving me this energy of proper management of this force. Okay, so for some of you, you are going to be exploring. Some of you are going to be exploring tantric studies or tantra in general. Some of you are going to be abstaining from any type of sexual activity or content because you are going to kind of like wanting to increase the potency of your creative energy. So so you will be exploring that energy when it comes to that second chakra. So a lot of you are leaving behind some sensual things, again, that were not high in value. Okay, so there's something there. I'm also picking up, this is definitely talking about just your perception of things. Your material lens is lifting and allowing you to see more through the eyes of God, or through the crown chakra. We did say that in the initial part of the reading, the intro part, where the energy was moving from the sixth chakra to the seventh chakra. So I do feel, you know, imaginations of things are being validated. Okay, so any imaginations that you've been having, I don't even know if that's a word, but you get what I'm trying to say. These things are being clarified, validated, or expanded upon during this time. Okay, because you're needing to kind of like bring your understanding or your view of this situation full circle before the culmination, which seems to be, for some people, will be within the time of the Lionsgate portal. Is there anything else here? So there is also a lot of, like I said, if you wanted to be abstaining from sex or practicing tantric sexuality, or studying in that realm, there is definitely an increase of potency. Okay, so you're going to be leaving behind low vibrational thoughts, patterns, behaviors. For some of you, this is like, you know, porn or unrealistic expectations regarding sex. A lot of things that you're going to be working out with yourself, okay, when it comes to your sacred energy. The Queen of Roses is here. We have intuition. So absolutely, you know, bringing that sacred energy, channeling it up so that it can inspire vision, inspire you know, activation of intuitive senses. So this is talking about some Kundalini energy I'm picking up as well. So for some of you, you're definitely leading up to a Kundalini awakening. You could have a person in your environment that is going to be activating or assisting you with that. You may not know that just yet, that that's their purpose or that's why they're around. But they are activating or initiating you, okay? I heard some of you may be having a spiritual visitor. So ascended master or an angel may be visiting you in your dream state, perhaps in your home or even as a human being. So just be looking out for keys and cues that the person that you're standing in front of may have some other multidimensional reason for being there with you, okay? Getting peacock energy here. So for some of you, that'll be significant peacock energy. Like scrying, okay, because this is giving me the energy of, you know, your eyes being in multiple places at one time. Okay, so for some of you, that's a new spiritual gift that's awakening. So remote viewing, or you have the ability to pick and choose timelines that you want to view. Okay, so for some of you, you are aware that you have this ability, you just don't see it as a spiritual capacity. You don't see it through a spiritual lens. You see it as a practical thing of being able to work problems out. But you are able to channel and clearly view different timelines and outcomes. All right, so that's something that's coming through here. For some of you, you're going to be seated with this. I also pick up the energy of a lot of, I just watched this show about new souls being interviewed. So I do feel like that there's this energy, like I said, this new wave of souls coming through their seeds. Look at the little, how they're kind of like funneling down. They could be funneling down to earth, right? let's see what else we have here. The Queen of Cups and the Intuition card, that actually pairs wholly together. Flower of life energy, repeating patterns. I'm hearing pi. So mathematics is coming up too. So mathematics is coming up. And it also came up in some of the readings I was doing before, as I was meditating. And so mathematics is going to be a huge thing. I'm not sure how that's going to play out on an individual level, but for the collective, you're going to see that you are, your affinity for understanding more technical aspects of things is going to be increased. Okay, now this is very in alignment with Sirius energy, because there's a lot of math energy, technology energy that's connected to Sirius, the Sirius system. So this is beautiful. So I do feel like there's some sense of advancement here. Okay. And with the intuition card, for some of you, you're gonna be learning a new healing modality as well. Okay, so something about it could be DNA, like DNA activation, DNA healing. You could be following some new program that's tied to maybe like Dr. Sebi or Queen Afua, or some of the other more holistic health focused folks. Okay, so the ones who not only focus on the spiritual, but bring great emphasis to health, okay, and wellness of the body, okay? The loving elementals here take flight. So we have butterfly energy, clarifying the elementals, the fairies, okay? So I do get this, like I say, the fairy or fae energy here, definitely giving me great vibes. Take flight. With the Three of Cups means that there's definitely a sense of celebration and uplifting energy here. You know, again, I do feel too, this is a baby with fairies and elementals. Okay, so again, this is kind of bringing back your projects, being blessed, your children as well, if that's the case for you. But I'm getting in general that your projects or anything that you birth or that make it through into fruition during this period are highly blessed by the elementals. Okay, it's meant to succeed. Okay, again, anything that is in alignment with advancing yourself, okay, bringing you to a higher understanding, or bringing you closer to God, and bringing you closer to your purpose, is going to be highly successful right now. So if you are pushing towards something and you are putting your all into it, and you find that the energy kind of falls flat at this time, it may be that you need to review the messages, the guidance that you received regarding the situation, and find out how it aligns with you at this current moment. Okay. Okay, Archangel Gabriel. What else do you want to tell the collective here? Gifted, yeah, okay. All right, so like we talked about, somebody here, you're gonna have a boost of confidence in your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your skills. Okay, remember, gifts are things that are given to us from God. Skills or talents are things that we initiate and learn, and through discipline and hard work, grow our capacity to perform that skill or task. Okay, so skills and tasks, skills and abilities are learned. Okay, I'm sorry, skills are learned abilities, and gifts are gifted ones. Okay. Okay, there you go. So again, one, you are these people, these writers, creators, psychologists, people who deal with the mind, bringing balance and harmony to situations. Let's go back to this card here, because it told us exactly what groups are being highlighted, and what gifts are being brought to the forefront here. It said communication, publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, and television. Okay, so again, I would also put in there songwriting, any medium where you're doing writing or communicating. So music, art, all those things are also included. But the message is what's here. So there's definitely gifts being activated for a lot of you in the realm of communication. All right. your message that you need to put out, and it's time. Okay, so for some of you, it's very creatively connected, which is another Syrian energy, and I'm hearing Andromedan. So if you have a connection to Andromeda as well, or if you feel like you have lived a life as an Andromedan, then these messages are applying to you as well. I'm hearing the word multifaceted, so that could mean that you have you've like kind of a nomad of the galaxy. Okay, is a lyric, how I put it in one of my lyrics. I'm a nomad of this galaxy. Okay, you've lived and picked up the essence and influence of many systems. Okay, so again, remember I said a reunification effort. So a lot of this is a lot of these different star systems, beliefs, faiths, paths coming into and being poured into the cauldron, okay, to activate together to create some sense of alchemy across the collective. All right, so let's clarify sexuality here. Let's just throw it all the way over there, okay? For sexuality, we have trash magic, okay, and we have mood, okay? So again, for a lot of us, we were finding that there was emotional and energetic imbalance, emotional, mental, energetic imbalances because of the misuse of this sacral energy, okay? We have mood, okay? Again, it's like oil and water. Whatever we were moving towards, whatever we are moving towards, is not in alignment with this energy. Okay, the energy was keeping us anchored in a certain energy. The energy was keeping us anchored in a certain understanding, in a certain perspective. Okay, and with trash magic, it means that this is some of this is residue that's stuck on you. Through sexual activity. I do also feel too that there's an energy here of the portal that is there's poor management of the portal that's opened when the sacred energy exchange is taking place. Okay, so for some of you, that is a highlighted energy, and I need for us to make sure that we're managing this well. Okay. Let's see, trash magic or mood. All right, so yeah, I do feel too with this, there is definitely a question to upgrade, okay, your pleasure, upgrade, because I'm telling you, for some of you, you had an over reliance on pleasure, but the pleasure that you were seeking was low vibrational. Or out of it wasn't really what you were deserving, okay? So now you're going to be allowing yourself to have certain pleasures. This Venusian energy is coming through, okay? Tauran energy is coming through. Definitely going to allow yourself to enjoy some nicer things, okay? It's going to help your resonance. Remember, we're eating McDonald's here, okay? But the moment you go eat those lobster tails, you have automatically lifted yourself out of a limited vibration, okay? All right, so that's beautiful. Now, what does this trash magic card say? Your first introduction to magic was your imagination. Just make something, no more excuses. Okay, yeah. So with the trash magic, it talks about your understanding. It says your first introduction to magic was your imagination. Okay, so again, this is also talking about low vibrational thoughts and behaviors. Something that, okay, so this is also talking about the lack of mastery, or the kind of like blooper energy in the beginning stages of something. This is altering your mood. Okay, this is altering your mood and your energy field. Okay, again, this is something you're noticing. For a lot of you, you're noticing your mood when you make this sacred energy exchange. You're noticing your energy levels, you're noticing your mood, you're noticing also the manifestations around you. Okay, all right, so let's clarify intuition here. What is chaos to the fly is harmony to the spider. Remember, we talked about that. Okay, so again, this Queen of Cups and this intuition card is also speaking to me about compassion, and obviously seeing things from multiple points of view here. Chaos to harmony. Remember, we brought harmony in with the number 6, and that wisdom from how we, whatever the trial or the balancing act taught us, we're taking that, and that's the gift of the number 7. Okay, the gift of the number 7 is perception. Okay, is discernment. Okay, of what is. So you went from the 5, which was chaos, to harmony. So you went from one extreme of chaos to the other extreme of harmony, and now you're finding the wisdom of that middle ground. Okay, and that's the gift of the number 7. The gift of the number 7 is the lesson itself. All right, it's the information. You've upgraded your sense of understanding, you've elevated your perspective, because you have now sensed chaos, you have now sensed or experienced chaos, and now have experienced harmony. All right, and I think sensed was also a word, because listen, discernment. So if you're sensing, if you're in chaos, you know what chaos feels like. Now you can sense it and you can discern it. Once you're in harmony, you know what that really feels like. So you know how to sense it and discern it, okay? And then we have the pest here, and then we have the spider here. We have the fly and the spider, both seen as pests, but one seen as more pesty than the other, okay? From whatever perspective you're in. Somebody might look at the spider and not be concerned about being bit, but might be grateful that it's going to help get rid of other insects. Someone might see the fly and think, oh, it's buzzing around and annoying me, but at least it's not going to bite me, right? So there's this energy here of kind of like discerning what's right, okay? Not in the sense of right or wrong, but what fits, what makes sense. And you're doing this, and you're able to relate to certain situations because you have journeyed through this, all right? So perspective is really a web that connects us to alternative or even opposing points of views. Perspective, okay? It connects us to alternative or opposing points of view. And so these are the things that are unifying these alternative points of view, all right? So then we have check to self here, clarifying, take flight, and the 3 of Cups. Of course, yeah. So the universe is literally saying that they owe you some blessings. The ancestors are also saying, we know we owe you something for these things that you've been through, for this journey that you've been on. So this is coming in so many forms, but we've already talked about in activation of gifts, as well as promotion or accolade for things that you've already been doing, okay? Take flight means that whatever this gift from the universe is not only going to change, it's remember, it's clarifying the elementals card. Even though this is a cups card, it has all of the elementals here showing themselves. So whatever this check, this increase, whatever this gift is that's coming in, could literally be money. It's going to change every element of your life. It's going to elevate and take flight. It's going to, put into flight every part of your life. Your career is going to be blessed. Your body is going to be blessed. Your beauty, your health, your children, your relationships are going to be blessed for infinity, okay? Because look at that. The date, it says for infinity and for infinity and infinity, okay? So check to self. What is owed by the universe? Look at that. What is owed? And then down here, it even has the binary code. So it's saying this is part of the program. This was always planned this way. So you're going to be seeing that. A lot of you, I'm just saying, it's prophecy. For a lot of people, this is prophecy, a gift of prophecy. That absolutely has to be tied to the gift of discernment, right? Okay, so protect your ecosystem just stood out to me. It has the heart there, but in general, protect your energy field, okay? So let's play here with Archangel Gabriel and Gifted. What is the message? How do you want to clarify this message for us? Galactic friends, ancestors, spirit guides. God is a goddess. Okay. All right. So lots of feminine energy here. We got that's God. God is a goddess is clarifying the Archangel Gabriel card, which is representing the Empress card in this deck. So so there is interdependence. Ooh, okay. So we are talking about God as a goddess. Let's see. There's all of that Empress energy there. But we're going to go see what they have to say. Like light and dark, the separation of the god and goddess is illusory. This language has been passed down to describe the phenomena that gives animation and form to our world. A father and mother are the god and goddess of their progeny, and the distinction between these energies are as simple as the roles played in such fundamental creation. You are the highest force in the universe to any living thing under your care, just as you are under the care of higher forces. The energy of the god and the goddess are archetypal, but the forms they may embody are as varied as the vessels surrounding you. From the ecstatically gentle to the unfathomable brutal, anything made manifest in our physical reality is the work of the god or goddess, which may or may not be you, but always could be. To believe there can be beauty, love, and creation without destruction, chaos, and death, to cast one as divine and the other as malevolent, ensures the alienation of opposites that fundamentally require each other for wholeness. I'm telling you, fundamentally require each other for wholeness. A very much energy of polarities, okay, coming to the polarities closing, or the gaps closing, all right? The web being weaved, okay, so that we can come to one, you know. I'm hearing one faith, one religion, okay, and of course we know that that can always have its negative implications. Okay, we know that we've seen that how religion or faith can be used as a weapon to control or to manipulate. However, this is not that energy. This is not an energy of cult mentality or cult mind. This is a literal across the board coming to understanding of what God is, what love is, the role of darkness, the role of suffering. Okay, so this is of course these messages have been taught by the faith systems for so long, but always still getting stuck in the who is right and who is wrong, or what version is most accurate. And what the universe is doing is really pulling everyone together. Okay, so for some of you who are have an aversion to the new age movement, the truth of the matter is that it's meant to bring the information to the forefront. That's what separates a new age practitioner or follower from a esoteric student. Okay, and an esoteric student is going to know that there's always some hidden, there's always some unknown. Okay, the new age student is going to always feel like they found the answer when they have simply been offered a perspective. Okay, so this is kind of like the traps. Okay, and I don't know where it's coming from, because I really don't, toot that whole new age this. I don't understand why we have to make a differentiation or try to make it a religion or a cult, when all we have to do is take the information and go study, okay, for self. All right, so that really gives me, it really makes me feel some kind of way, but I digress. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, what more information do you have for the collective here? Okay, King of Wands. Yeah, okay. So definitely, okay, also to whatever toxic masculinity, that we had some masculine energies, masculine beings. We had some angels bound to the earthly plane, bound to the sixth chakra, okay? The sixth chakra in the I'm sorry, not sixth, but the second and the first and the second chakra. A lot of beings were stuck here because this was a ploy. A lot of them were stuck here. They hadn't yet integrated the mother father energy. Okay, they hadn't integrated or healed the wounds of mother father. So if you resonate with Twin Flame Collective, then Cancer season has been a close or culmination for you guys, for a wave of you guys, bringing you closer to your North Nodes or your life purpose. Again, this poem that I wrote is coming to my mind. It begins, subtly poisoning our women and children, left to fend for themselves while on a search for themselves. They've distracted our men, chasing fame, a name, and some yin. Too superficial to see that they polluted your mental. Okay, And so here, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about an over focus on the concerns or the luxuries or pleasures of a carnal existence. Okay, and this is the energy that we were kind of stuck in. Okay, it was, you know, temporal. Okay, very temporal energy, because we have trash magic here with the glue gun, and we know the glue gun don't be holding nothing on. All right, it's not a permanent thing. It's something that is meant to be journeyed through. The chariot of fire means that you're supposed to um, journey this path, you know, take actions, make choices along this path. It's not one where it's that this is where you're going to stick. This is one to activate choices. This is a path to inspire. Okay. So the journey is meant to inspire you. The journey is meant to carry you to the next thing. It's meant to illuminate you. Okay. It is your chariot. Okay. To the next thing. Again, when we talk about the sacral energy can be seen as a chariot to the astral plane. Okay, for some of you who understand sacred energy exchange, who have dabbled in the tantric arts, who know anything about Kundalini energy and the ways that it does typically activate and raise in people, then you understand how the sacral is a chariot to higher dimensions. Okay. All right, so let's move on. What else do we have here for the collective? The Hanged Man. Okay, so perspective, again, clarifying what is chaos to the fly, harmony to the spire, intuition. Remember, discernment that has been earned through experiencing the different polarities. Okay, through surrendering to the I'm hearing beatings, but okay. So surrendering to the beatings, okay, because these beatings are what helped you to learn how to heal wounds. Okay, so beautiful energy here. So when you went through the chaos, you gained some wounds. When you experienced harmony, you learned how to heal wounds, and how to activate more, how to transmute wisdom, how to transmute chaos into harmony. Okay, how to turn chaos into forward progression in general. So with the spirit of the mighty waters here, again, this does tell me that all of that emphasis on perception, okay, on the understanding of what is. Okay, I'm also picking up too here that there's dynamics. Okay, so the word dynamics is coming up. Not simply understanding one thing or another, because you don't understand. You can understand what chaos is and what harmony is, but a higher understanding gives you the partnership between chaos and harmony. Okay, so definitely an expansion of imagination. I remember it's being brought to my mind a comment that my uncle made a few maybe 10 years ago. He said that geniuses live in chaos. Okay, so a lot of artists and writers and painters and things of that such will often live in chaos, is what he was pointing out, but that their chaos was always transmuted into beautiful artwork or beautiful writing or whatever the case may be. So a chaotic scenario or chaotic situation, okay, a chaotic circumstance is gifted, is a bearer of gifts. Okay, all right, so those chaotic situations are the bearer of gifts. Okay, so again, there's definitely a perspective shift. Okay, I also feel like the Hanged Man is going to now reclaim his place in society after surrendering to whatever this crucifixion energy was. Okay, the crucifixion energy was the surrendering or the sacrificing of perspectives. Okay, sacrificing of self, the ideal of self in the eyes of the rest of the world, as well as the rest of the world through the eyes of God. Okay, so a lot of stuff, a lot happening here with this energy, and I'm so grateful. So what else do we have here? The Star card. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, so not only are earth, air, water, and fire supporting you, the whole universe, literally. So you got a check from the universe, you got take flight, You have also the elemental showing up, and then you have the daughter of the firmament. You have the heavens and the earth coming into agreement. Okay, here, the firmament separated the heavens from the earth. Okay, and if you are now being reigned the daughter of the firmament or the star, then that means that you are the edge walker. You are walking between the dimensions, the realms. Okay, this is who you are, the star, the daughter of the firmament. Okay, the firmament. What is the firmament? We could say it's the galaxies, whatever separates Earth, or not even just Earth, but whatever separates creation from, I guess, listen, all of that is creation. So I'm my words, right? But you guys understand where I'm going with this, I hope. Yeah, the star. She hasn't quite made it through the fool's journey, but she has indeed traveled the zodiac. Okay, she's traveled the zodiac. And that other, what is it? The word, um, another lyric said basically, it talks about those of us who travel timelines and the stars to deliver ancestral wisdom via hot bars. So this talks about those who are intently or intentionally connecting to certain vibrations, to certain star systems, to whatever they're in, whatever they will allow themselves to connect to or draw power from, right? They're doing this intently. So a lot of the artists are just being gifted with a stream, okay? A direct contact, a direct connection to source, to draw from the cloud of inspiration, fulfillment, joy, peace, okay? So that's kind of what's there. The daughter of the firmament. Check to self, okay? Was it Toby said, I came from a lineage that never ever had the penny pinch. And penny pinching doesn't only just talk about money. That talks about relying on the material realm so much, okay? Just relying on the material realm. Penny pinching will take you right down to the pinnacle suit, which is earth element. That's earthbound energy. That's 3D energy in general, okay? All right, so what's this? Last goddess message here. Let's see here. What do you want to add here? Okay, so a lot of emphasis on the tree of life here. We do also have the chariot card coming back up. So that chariot energy. The chariot energy also is moon energy and Cancer energy, okay? That was also highlighted over here with the King of Wands, that chariot energy. I do feel like, again, this speaks of the union taking us forward. It's progressing us forward, okay? The chariot card. Yeah, okay, so again, these God, okay, all right, so let's do this. God or goddess is the coming together of masculine, feminine forces. That is God. God is the coming together of masculine and feminine forces, okay? So anytime there's a separation between one or the other, or anytime we try to say that God is female or God is male, or anytime that we try to say that God is light or God is dark, or anytime that we make any type of definitive statement about God, that we are only further separating ourselves from the truth, okay? From God itself, okay? So the chariot energy here does tell me there is progression in this element, that there is progression in this place. We have 10 stars here. And I do feel too that that's a sense of completion for this situation, okay? The Lord of the triumph of light. You see that? the triumph of light. Okay, so we've been illuminated, and we're coming into agreement once again about the direction or the trajectory of humanity. Okay, so a lot of polar energy, polarities being irritated, I guess I should say, agitated, to bring forth this balance again. Okay, so the Chariot card, you know, the symbol for Cancer here, it's a balance symbol. You know, it's a yin yang energy. Okay, mother father, mama papa. Okay, so this interdependence energy is now still standing up here. Interdependence energy. So it's not normal the way humanity is. Yeah, see, look now, look, y'all. The universe almost want to disown us down here. Be your own daddy. Look at that. Be your own daddy. The universe almost wants to disown us because of our little stupid separation here that we've been doing. You know what I mean? It's saying like, yeah, if you want to be separate from God, then we can make you separate. The rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. Like, y'all been doing this for long enough. So when y'all gonna let this be over type of thing? So anyway, the interdependence